Volunteers University hired a coach last night, Greg Schiano, and 2 hours later, he was done. He was out of a job. They got freaked out because social media reared its very passionate head. So Greg Schiano is a good football coach, good enough to coach Tennessee. Great hire, good enough. Here's a fact. Schiano, right now Ohio State's defensive coordinator, was at Penn State and an assistant under Joe Paterno during the Sandusky tenure. Now, I'm not going to get all into that. I don't have time for the documents, but that should be noted. That's one of the things that freaks out Tennessee. The other is, probably more so, he's not a great coach in their eyes. Now, let me just say this as a fact. I have no problem with Tennessee fans pushing back. I love when fans can come together, they rarely do as one, and have a voice. I think it's a really powerful thing. And I grew up in a part of the country, the Pacific Northwest, where I watched dopey athletic directors make bad hire after bad hire after bad hire, and you're trapped for a decade with C-minus coaches. I love when fans come together and say, this is not good enough for our football team, our NBA team, our college university. I love fans having that power. But there are repercussions to this intensity. Have you noticed that everybody's catching up to the SEC? Their bowl records now are not as good. Why? This is why LSU settled for Ed Orgeron, and Florida settled for Dan Mullen, and Tennessee will settle on their fourth option, and South Carolina settled for a guy that had already been fired. In fact, you could argue Tennessee, the only person that wants that job now, actually is a volunteer. The repercussions from the intensity, it is scaring coaches off. This is why Chip Kelly today will hold a press conference across the street in L.A. at UCLA. Florida's a better job. UCLA. Why? He didn't want this. The SEC among coaches now has a really bad reputation. Kevin Sumlin, Mark Richt can win 70% of games, winning bowl record, out. Nobody wants to live next to crazy. Nobody wants to date crazy. You've had the crazy girlfriend. Nobody wants to date that person. You've lived next to the crazy neighbor. You got to move. Nobody wants the crazy boss. I've had bosses who are jerks. I can live with them. I can live with a jerk. Really, I've had a jerky boss before. You just kind of navigate around him. You can't have a crazy boss. I'm firing everybody, but they're really talented people. I'm firing everybody. The SEC is settling for second and third tier coaches. So when you watch what happened in Tennessee, and you're a Big Ten fan or an ACC fan or a Big 12 fan or a Pac-12 fan, put your hands together, bro. That's why you're catching up. Michigan didn't settle for Harbaugh. Ohio State didn't settle for Urban Meyer. Penn State didn't settle for James Franklin. Tennessee, LSU, Florida are settling for coaches because the kind of intensity, and I support Tennessee fans for having the right to a voice, but there are repercussions for being the crazy neighbor. There are repercussions for being the crazy girlfriend, for being the crazy boss. This is why over the last 5 years, the SEC still has the best athletes. They get the most guys in the draft. They still have the craziest fans, the best fans. They still have the best stadiums. They have the best traditions. But why is everybody catching up to them? Because the Pac-12 doesn't have to settle for their coaches. The Big Ten's no longer settling. They're going out and hiring the best guy on the market. The SEC will once again, Tennessee, will settle for their fourth choice. There are repercussions for actions even when I agree with the action. Congratulations to the fans for having a voice, but you do realize you're going to end up with somebody else's scraps in your fourth choice.